coffee's too hot. Good morning, afternoon, hello, happy day. It's Alyssa, your Nurse Reads here with another video. Around October, I did like a whole shop your shelves thing for my spooky reads for October. And I thought I would do that again and kind of make a TBR video for January, but also just, I'm not really trying to do a lot of TBRs, like strict TBRs for the year of 2021. I'm trying to just more mood read and get through a lot of my backlist. So this is more me going through my shelves and looking at what I have and sort of prioritizing a few things. Some of these are books I didn't end up finishing from last year. Some of these are ARCs that I've received that I'm woefully behind on reading, and some of these are just books from my backlist that I want to read. So hopefully my coffee, I just reheated my coffee, and you can come for me for reheating my coffee in the microwave. I don't care. I need like one of those mug warmer things, but I don't have one of those. So it's really hot. At least the mug is really hot. The coffee is fine, but the mug is like burning my mouth. Let's just jump into my TBR. I think I'm gonna start with my ebooks, which are most of my ARCs. And of course, I don't have this here, so I have my computer. Hold on. Anyone else like unable to remember all of their passwords anymore because everything has passwords? We are definitely like, let's talk about the fact that we are in a new filming location. You can definitely see my ring light in the windows, but I wanted to sit here because I don't know if you can tell, but it's snowing, and I thought it was a really nice like little setting with my Christmas scene and my TBR cart. And so here we are in my flannel because I'm a lover of flannel. It's flannel season. Let's just start with the ebooks. So the first book is one that I am currently reading, and that's In the Penalty Box, which is a like a YA romance. It's based around hockey. It's got like the cutting edge like themes. We've got like the figure skater and the hockey player, and you know, it's cute. I'm enjoying it. It's just a nice cozy read, which is perfect for like a day like this. So Entangled Teen did send that over to me. It comes out on Tuesday. I don't know when this video is coming out, but it comes out on January 5th. So it will be out probably either just after I post this or it's already out. The next book that Entangled Teen actually sent me for review is To Whatever End, which is by Lindsay Friedman or Friedman. I'm not really sure how she says her name. But it gave me sort of Invisible Life of Addie LaRue sort of vibes. I don't know why. I think it has nothing to do with Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, but the description just for some reason made my brain go there. So then I was like, yes, I want to review this book. So essentially the main character is cursed and she can see how people's lives are going to end, and then I guess she runs into somebody and falls in love with them and sees how they're going to die. I try not to read a lot of summaries, so sometimes these TBR videos, the reason I don't really like making TBR videos is because I don't really like to read summaries, so it's not really helpful for me to like do this because I'm not gonna really do a great job of summarizing a book. But essentially that's what I take away from it. But basically she's got to choose to either change the future or like choose what to do, knowing that this guy's going to die. So yeah, exciting. So I liked that one. The next book that is on my list is from a book tour that I'm doing at the end of the month, and that is reading Miranda Lynn's Blood and Honor. I did the cover reveal a little while ago on my Instagram, and now the book is out. So I will be reading that for review as well this month. I think those are all of my e-arcs that I have. I really don't believe I have any more. I'm just kind of going through my Kindle. There's definitely a lot of e-arcs that I would like to read, but those are the three that I would like to read this month. Some other arcs that I was sent that I would definitely like to read and get done this month is physically I have Crown of Bones from Entangled Teen, which is sort of a dystopian YA fantasy, which is really freaking cool. I think why I really liked this was, where is it? It says raise your phantom. So like it seems like you're dealing with like bone magic and death, and like it just seemed really cool. And there is a map in here, I believe, which is not something that always happens in your arcs. I'm gonna say that. Like your arcs, you don't always get. Yes, there's usually like a little thing that says artwork to come, and so it's really nice that that's in there. So I'm excited to read this. This also comes out on Tuesday. I believe To Whatever End is already out. That came out in December. I'm just reviewing that, and Blood and Honor I think is out this week as well, but I'm reviewing that at the end of the month. And then Celadon sent me this arc of a true crime story. I think it's their first true crime novel that they're publishing, or one of the few. And this comes out in March, but it's called Last Call, and it's about the last call killer that was striking Manhattan in the early 90s, I believe, and during the AIDS epidemic, and was basically killing gay men at gay bars. And this was definitely up my alley in terms of subject matter, and you know I love anything New York related. You know I love anything LGBTQ related, and this goes right into my nonfiction for the year, one a month. So I'm excited for this one. It sounds intriguing. It's a story that I actually don't know anything about, and I like that it's coming to light now, because I think that there's a lot of stuff that happened to marginalized groups that we don't talk about, that we're talking about now, and better late than never, right? So I like that we're pulling back the blankets and the wool, and we're looking at like the dirty underbelly of humanity, so that we can learn from it. So yeah, but like I was saying, most of the time this says, I don't know if you can even read that, but it says like map to come, basically. So yeah, and there's a couple things like that in here. Map. So that's my, so that will hopefully be my nonfiction for the month. I'm really excited, and thank you to Celadon for sending me this, because this is great. Then I have a few buddy reads that I'm doing for the month, and I guess I'm gonna include this in the buddy reads. And these are all books I've already owned. So I have not bought, the only books I've purchased for the month are my books for TBR Lowdown, which we'll start with that. So I do, if you don't know, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to me, I do co-host an Own Voices book club. And we take Own Voices very loosely. We read BIPOC, LGBTQ+. We want to start getting into more like mental health stuff as well, and all kinds of different areas. We are on our 4th month. We are still like a little baby book club, but we are trying to branch out and to do more and more things every month. So right now we have 2 books going. We started last month, we read The Poppy War, and we're continuing to read the series over the next 2 months. So I have Dragon Republic arriving shortly. And then we are, our actual book pick for the month, that's our bonus book. But our actual book pick for the month is Felix Ever After, which everybody loves, and I'm excited to start. And it arrives tomorrow, I think. So I'm gonna start reading that this week. And I will do a reading vlog probably for both of those. So look forward to that nearer the end of the month. I like to get those done before we do our live chat at the end of the month. And we do have the live chat, and we've already got it scheduled. I just need to put it up on YouTube, so look out for that too. Anywho, so back to other buddy reads. Other buddy reads I have is The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins, which is a thriller. That's essentially like a spin-off of Jane Eyre. So that's all I needed to know. I want to read it. I love a good thriller. They're great palate cleansers, and a couple of us are reading that together. Coffee, love coffee. I'm supposed to be reading Legendborn, this beautiful book here with the beautiful and wonderful Manic Femme. And hopefully she remembers that we're doing this, but I haven't started it yet, so it's okay. And this is a YA fantasy novel that I don't know a lot about, to be honest with you. And I'm okay with that, because I don't want to know a lot about it. But it looks really cool, and I want to dive into the world, and I just want to experience it. And I've heard really good things, I've heard some mixed things, but you know what? I just like fantasy, and I really want to give this a try. So, and it was a birthday present from some of my book friends. So. I am also doing a buddy read for the year of, and I talked about this in my resolutions video, of series that I want to read this year. And one of those was, and this is a very ambitious endeavor for the year, and one of that is the Wheel of Time series, which I mean, we may not finish in 1 year because that would require us, I think, reading 2 of these a month. But I only have the first one right now, and it's January, so we're going to start with The Eye of the World. This is like classic fantasy. My only hesitation is that it's finished up by Brandon Sanderson, I believe, and though I love Brandon Sanderson's writing, somebody alerted me to some of his comments he's made in the past about just like some really homophobic statements that are really based in his Mormon faith, which make me upset. So I have like conflicting thoughts on him, and I feel like it's weird that nobody talks about that and how many people talk about him. And it's like we're so quick to cancel so many people, but like nobody's canceled him. But what he said was actually truly, like, in my opinion, pretty atrocious. And he's kept it pretty quiet since then. At least he's been smart about it, I guess. But he hasn't J.K. Rowling himself and like just continuously verbal diarrhea and a bunch of hate. But like, I don't know. If y'all know what I'm talking about, let me know your thoughts down below on Brandon Sanderson and his homophobic statements. It seems like a lot of people excuse it because it's based in his faith, and somehow like an excuse gets made up about that. But then I have my own agnostic sort of atheist views that we're not going to go into here because I don't want to marginalize anybody. But I just don't like when people use religion or beliefs of that nature to promote anything hateful. Yeah. But anyway, so I'm excited for this. I don't even know what this is. I just know it's classic fantasy. It's enormous, like, and this font is like teeny tiny. The audiobook is like 30 hours long, and ooh, but the map is really pretty. So I'm excited. I'm excited to go into this world, and hopefully I like it. And if I like it, I will get more. What I really hate is this fucking cover. I think is atrocious. It was this or like the cheesy old time fantasy, but they didn't have the cheesy old time fantasy covers in paperback, and I wanted this in paperback because it's too big to read in hardcover. You can't win them all. And then I also joined a little like year-long readathon thing, which is called The Color in something, or Read the Colors. I'll have to find the actual link somewhere, but I'll write it across the bottom when I have it. But it's essentially like every month you have a different color in a different genre, and you have to find a book that is that color in that genre, and then you can read that from your backlist. Hopefully, I think the intention is that you read it from your backlist. So this month is green and thriller, so of course I'm gonna read Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. I've only read one Riley Sager. It was good. It's the pink one that I can never remember the name of. It was fine. I enjoyed it. Good twist, like nice setting. Riley Sager's like Ruth Ware to me. I enjoy them both. I don't have any real negative comments to say about them other than I don't understand why they're sort of can do no wrong authors. That's really my only true issue with them, is like, because they're not perfect. There's definitely like way better authors in the world, but people, just the fandom around them is a little, I don't get it. But to each his own. And then I have 2 books I need to finish reading from 2020. One of them is the Saga Compendium. I've been through, I think I've done book 1. I think there's 9 books. There's 9 volumes. I think I've done 2 volumes. It's a chunker. It's beautiful. It's actually really wonderful. And yeah. So I'm about this far through. I try to read a little bit every day, but I have been really bad these first 2 days because I spent the first 2 days, this is January 3rd that I'm filming this, I spent the first 2 days of January essentially laying on the couch. So. That's what I needed, okay? And then I need to actually finish Heart of the Ninth, and I like to read and listen to this because I love the accents, because every time she says, every time Haro goes, God, what does she call her? griddle. She goes, oh, griddle. I can't do the accent, but I love it. And it's also like an incredibly complicated story structure. There's just so many pieces, I guess, to Gideon and Haro. So I'm like 5 chapters into this, so I do need to like get on this. So this is I gotta finish this month. But if you haven't read Gideon the Ninth and you like sci-fi, fantasy, and complex sci-fi fantasy, this is good. It's good. And it's got lesbians in it. Like, we don't get a lot of that in fantasy, so I like that is existing in the world now. I need to actually read The Heiress. I know I've posted about this already, and I'm super psyched about it. I don't have as much time as I would like to read physically, and I don't have an audiobook of this, and I have a bunch of arcs, so like I just haven't gotten to it. But it's really not that long, and I should be able to get through this. But this is basically a spin-off of Pride and Prejudice, where Anne de Bourgh, the sickly daughter of Catherine de Bourgh, actually gets to have a life and a story and a love and all that stuff. So like, if anyone deserves to have her own life, it is Anne de Bourgh. So I'm really excited that this was written. And I'm really excited that William Morrow sent this to me. So, because I have it. I don't even know when this is supposed to come out. Let's check. Oh, this comes out on Tuesday as well. So this is almost out. This comes out on Tuesday as well. I believe she also wrote a book about Charlotte. Yeah, she wrote The Clergyman's Wife, which I really want to read, which is about Charlotte. If you know me, you know that this is my life. I love it. And then, as promised, in my resolutions video, I'm going to start Throne of Glass. Do I need to tell y'all what this is about? No, because almost all of the bookish internet has read this or knows about this. I do not. Never read this. It's Sarah J. Maas. Your opinions are your opinions on Sarah J. Maas. I'm going to dive into this world and see what all of the buzz is about, while I desperately await Crescent City too. And then I guess if I just have some bonus time, which I might not have, that made so funny. I have Luster and Leave the World Behind, which are both vigorous short books, which I think I have the audio for this from Libro as an ALC, and I definitely can. I don't know. I don't think this has. I think this is on the script, but if I can squeeze these 2 little guys in, I will. And that gets a few more book of the month. I don't know if you noticed, but that's like 4 books of the month that would come off of my list, I think. You know, I can't be the only person who doesn't read their books of the month. And I think that's really it. Like, everything else over here is just random stuff from book tours and things. But yeah, so that's kind of what I was hoping for January, is to get through some of the stuff on my shelves. I encourage you guys to shop your shelves and see what you already have. To help you guys with that, I did put out a template. It's in my profile on Instagram under a template. It's a little like bingo board for the month. It's a blank bingo board, not for the month, for the year. It's a blank bingo board that you can fill in with a whole bunch of books that you kind of want to get to throughout the year, and just try to cross them all out. Like, how many can you actually get to in the year? It's a bigger bingo board, so there's like a lot of boxes, so you can make a pretty good dent in your TBR, I think. Some of these are on there, not a lot of them, but some. So if I get through some of these, I can cross off some boxes. And otherwise, you know, I'm just trying to spend a little less and read a little more somehow. We'll see how that goes. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for sticking around through 20 some odd minutes of me rambling about books. And leave down below, let it snow. I'm a little sad because the snow has stopped. It's very beautiful. I was rushing to get makeup and stuff on so that we could capture the snow. I did not make it. Well, I sort of made it. You got it in the beginning. trailed off during the video. But anywho, I'm rambling. I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. Let it know down below if you've made it this far. I'll see you guys in my next video, whatever it may be, because it's my channel and I can do whatever I want. Thank you so much, and goodbye.
Just sit with me, talking to the night until the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go come closer next to me. Trying to find another way to say this, but I think